guys, welcome back to another Destination Sweet Eats, and today we're going to be heading out to the countryside just to go for a drive to see what kind of sweet eats we can find. On these long drives, it gives Chris and I a chance to just talk. With the kids screaming in the house, it's really hard to just have conversations with each other, so these long drives help us kind of reconnect with each other, sprout ideas for new adventures to take, or business ideas, pretty much anything that comes to mind. And sometimes these long talks take us to places we don't expect. And today we ended up at North Shore Marketplace. It's been a while since we've been here, so it was kind of nice for us to kind of get out, walk around, and just kind of see what businesses have come up since we've last been here, and also how the restaurants are doing here. It was lunchtime by the time we made it out here, so we were both pretty hungry and looking for some place to have a nice lunch. We decided to check out the famous coffee gallery, which is really popular amongst tourists. There was a lot of little coffee knickknacks in here and pastries and of course coffee, but we were not in the mood for something like that. We kind of wanted something a little heavier. And so we happened upon Cholo's homestyle Mexican restaurant. Chris and I both love Mexican food, and we really like a place called Acapulco out in Waipio. So it's really tough for us to eat at Mexican places because nothing has really compared to that place. So we thought we might as well give this place a try and see how it is. So we decided to stop off at Cholo's for lunch. There was so many different options to eat. We saw Cholo's and I'm kind of in the mood for it, enchiladas. And this is not our first time. Well, this is my first time here, but this is not your first time here, right?
No, it's my first time, no.
You've never eaten here before, too?
I don't think I've ever eaten here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's really cool in here. If you look at the ambiance here. It's super cute, fun, energetic. People are really nice here, and the food is also amazing. I'm here with my enchiladas here. Chicken and shredded beef, and they gave me black beans instead of refried, so they gave me a side of refried beans. So we got lots of beans.
Looks like a drink.
Yeah, all we need is a margarita now, right?
Or a beer.
Or a beer.
Our favorite has been Acapulco for the longest time, and this is a pretty close runner-up. I'm not sure which is better. They're both good in a different way, and yeah, but the food here is excellent so far. So now that it's past the enchilada test, we'll have to come back to try their taco salad because that looks so good and huge and amazing.
Should have that.
Yeah. After that amazing lunch, it's now time for some dessert. My favorite part. Right next door to Cholo's is Gelato Cafe. Gelato has many locations across Oahu. All their gelato is made locally here in Hawaii. The flavors of the gelato ice cream vary from store to store, so not every Gelato will have the flavors that you expect it to have. But this time, in this location, they have one of my favorite flavors of gelato, and that's the lilikoi cheesecake. The first time I ever tried it was at their main manufacturing plant in Iwalei because we actually worked right behind them. And so I went over there one day and bought a whole pint for myself, and it was so good. And I haven't had it in a while. So this was a nice treat to taste that again. After dessert, we were so full. I mean, we had Mexican food and ice cream. And so we decided to take a walk around the marketplace to see what else was going on. But it was a really hot day, so instead of walking around, we headed back to the car and decided to go drive around some more. With the school days being so short and traffic being as crazy as it is when it comes to going in and out of the North Shore area, we have to keep our little excursions somewhat short. So before we headed back home, we had to stop off to get a snow puffy. You won't see it right when you walk in, but when you take a right in the side here, you'll find trays and trays of their famous snow puffies. It's basically a flaky pastry filled with cream, covered in chocolate and powdered sugar. So of course, we brought a box home, and with enough for us and for some family members. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next Destination Sweet Eats.